There are moments in life that don't look the way you thought they would. Moments where you expected support and it didn't show up. Moments where you thought people would understand and they didn't. Moments where you believed someone would stand beside you and you found yourself standing there alone. And it's confusing because you start to question everything. You wonder if maybe you explained yourself wrong. Maybe your dream doesn't make sense. Maybe you're asking for too much. Maybe it's you. But sometimes it's not you. Sometimes it's just the reality that not everyone is meant to walk with you through every part of your life. And that's a hard thing to accept. Because we grow up believing that support should always be there. That the people around us will automatically understand what we're trying to do. But if something matters to us, it should matter to them too. But life doesn't always work like that. There are seasons when you're going to be the only one who sees the vision. The only one who believes it's possible. The only one who keeps showing up, even when it feels like nothing is changing. And in those moments, it can feel lonely. Not in a loud way, but in a quiet, heavy way that sits with you when everything else is still. You might find yourself wishing someone would say, "I see you. I get it. I'm with you." But instead, there's silence. And that silence can either break you or build you. Because this is where something important starts to happen. When there's no one there to push you forward, you start learning how to move on your own. Not out of choice at first, but out of necessity. You start figuring things out without guidance. You start making decisions without reassurance. You start taking steps without knowing if they're the right ones. And little by little, something begins to change inside of you. You stop waiting. You stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for validation. Stop waiting for someone else to confirm that you're on the right path. You begin to trust your own judgment, even when it's uncomfortable, even when you're unsure, even when no one is clapping for you. And that doesn't make you weak. It doesn't mean you've been left behind. It means you're developing a kind of strength that can't be taught any other way. Because when you learn how to keep going without constant support, you become someone who doesn't rely on it to move forward. That doesn't mean you stop wanting connection. It doesn't mean you stop caring about people. It just means your progress is no longer dependent on who shows up. And that's where your power is. Not in how many people believe in you, but in your ability to keep believing when no one else does. There will be days when you question everything. Days when you feel tired. Days when it would be easier to stop. And in those moments, it's not about being fearless. It's about being willing to take one more step anyway. Even if it's small. Even if it feels like it doesn't matter. even if no one notices. Because every step you take on your own builds something inside you, something steady, something real, something that doesn't depend on outside approval. And one day, you'll look back and realize something. The moments that felt the loneliest were the moments that shaped you the most. They taught you how to stand, how to decide, how to move forward without needing everything to feel perfect. And when people do come into your life, people who understand you, who support you, who genuinely stand beside you, you'll meet them as someone who already knows how to stand on your own. Not someone who needs to be carried, but someone who chooses connection without losing themselves in it. So if you're in that place right now, where it feels like you're doing everything alone, where it feels like no one really sees what you're trying to build, where it feels like you're walking a path no one else understands, keep going. Not because it's easy, not because it's guaranteed, but because something in you knows this matters. And that knowing, that's enough. Sometimes the path you're on won't come with a crowd. Sometimes it won't come with encouragement or recognition. But that doesn't mean you're on the wrong path. It just means you're learning how to trust yourself in a way that most people never do. Together, let's move from doubt to power, one story at a time.